Pleasure to be here with the 2012 National Golden Gloves champion. He's vying to be the youngest boxing champion in Baltimore history, Gervonta "The One" Davis.
Everybody said he only has 16 fights. He's not ready. He's fighting a veteran, a champion that never lost. They said he's going to be schooled, that the guy will outbox him.
I said, look, what Tank lacks in experience, he makes up in power.
Fight fans, welcome back.
You can feel the tension in this building. It's not even filled up yet, but you can feel it. So I'm excited.
Careful footing is essential as Gervonta Davis maneuvers the slippery slope towards greatness.
Keep up! Keep up!
Like I said, I have anger in me that only, get to show, when I'm in the ring.
But long before the face-off hostilities, the extracurricular controversies,
a well-known boxer is bonded out of jail,
and the in-ring eccentricities.
Tank Davis sticks the landing!
It was a 2017 pairing and his first genuine 50-50 that provided one of Tank's first banana skin moments.
Then they was telling him, some people were screaming, "This your dream! You've been talking about this all your life!"
A crucial make-or-break night where a smooth mover with a high output and a flawless record promised to make life difficult for boxing's heir apparent. Welcome to a Motivedia presentation.
He has huge talent. So all of that talent and all of that ability now will be put to the test.
Gervonta's most recent outing, entering 2017, was his most emphatic showing to date.
One of the great notions in boxing is the romance of seeing a future champion at a tender young age.
A 5,000-strong crowd at the Hard Rock Concert Hall in Florida witnessed an iconic 30-second blowout.
Homage to his hometown NFL team, the Baltimore Ravens. Gervonta Davis.
A leaping left hook that perfectly hit the reset button of Mario Antonio Macias.
This man has been called the next Floyd Mayweather.
I don't think Floyd Mayweather ever possessed that type of one-punch knockout power.
To secure Tank's 16th straight scalp.
I just want to give a thanks to the whole boxing sport, people that's tuning in this fight, everybody that backed me for this fight,
Davis's profile was rising nicely, but with only a couple of opponents surviving past the second, and with him yet to receive any real return fire, plenty of question marks remained.
There are legends of this kid growing up in Baltimore, going into sparring sessions and breaking the nose of multiple
sparring partners one after another.
Instead, it was nightmarish gym rumors and sparring whispers that helped fuel his boogeyman narrative.
You remember the day you went into a gym in Memphis, if I'm not mistaken, you sparred 4 guys and broke 4 noses in one afternoon. Do you remember that? Yeah. Tell me about that.
I've been around greats. I've been around Gerald McCullough, Mike Tyson in the gym, Felix Trinidad in the gym. I grew up watching those guys in my gym. So when I see guys like Tank parking guys in the gym, I said, man, I haven't seen that power since I was a kid.
Though these horror stories were still just distant echoes, as the noise in and around the 130-pound weight class was already deafening.
How did he stay up? How dramatic would this be if he got the finish in the 12th round? He's looking for it. They go toe-to-toe. They are wide open.
At lightweight, Mikey ruled the roost. Below, at feather, stood the likes of Leo Santa Cruz.
Caught by Santa Cruz, and again Martinez goes down.
And despite Miguel Berchelt boasting a 10-fight knockout streak in the super featherweight mixing pot, he too would fall comfortably into the shadow of an awe-inspiring Ukrainian at the height of his powers. Most recently, Lomachenko had forced the Axeman into submission in the first of his 5-fight Nomaschenko series.
Don't want to continue. No. Okay.
They're stopping the fight.
Either way, now on the cusp of a world title and looking for his own piece of the action, it was time for Gervonta to handle his first live dog.
Wants to add his name to the pantheon of Puerto Rican greats.
The most talented to come out of Puerto Rico since Miguel Cotto.
Come on, bro. They was already prepping that for Ari.
Who? Pedraza?
Yes. You know who Pedraza was?
Pedraza ain't nowhere
your ass
near
right now. Pedraza beat the
you right now, for sure. We prepared, we was built for this, and I believe January the 14th, we have a new champ coming back to Baltimore.
Tank, can't say enough about him. He's repping for Baltimore, and it's going to be a war.
He's a power puncher, but he does not have more power than Cherry. And I don't actually believe that Gervonta Davis is a more power puncher than he is, so I'm always alert of what's happening in the ring, but I'm not worried about his punching power.
I'm Jose Pedraza, very, very exciting young fighter, coming to represent for Puerto Rico.
Two young upcoming stars with bright futures ahead of them. Serving as the perfect yardstick, the sniper would take all the advantages on paper. And whilst Pedraza would undoubtedly have success at range, in a lively cat-and-mouse style matchup, could he stay out of danger?
Pedraza looks shook at the face-off today.
Yeah, he looking shook. You know he gonna get that ass tapped.
Toda mi carrera no ha sido fácil, siempre me he enfrentado con grandes boxeadores.
Despite their reserved personalities, pre-fight interviews from both sides made it clear that fireworks were coming, and the Puerto Rican was certainly not backing down.
Tank is looking to become world champion, and he only has 16 fights. And Pedraza, he has the mentality, no way, I'm going to let this youngster come and take my title.
Va a ser un reto más para mí. No va a ser el más, pienso yo que no va a ser el más difícil, pero va a ser un gran reto, así que...
Introducing Gervonta Davis! Jose Sniper Pedraza!
Everybody said he only has 16 fights. He's not ready. He's fighting a veteran, a champion that never lost. They said he's gonna be schooled, that the guy will outbox him.
Everybody was like, oh, Pedraza's gonna beat him. Pedraza's gonna beat him. Pedraza got more experience.
Tank could be proud of him.
Pedraza set the pace, throwing sharp combinations and refusing to be bullied at center ring.
Pedraza fought a dumbass fight. You're 5'10", 5'11", and you're going in there fighting like you 5'2". And Tank took advantage of that.
Davis, though, picking his moments to land the bigger, cleaner, and more telling shots. was beating him at his own game.
With all this lack of experience, he had so much more experience, and you were so composed, so ready.
I've been had experience. I was telling y'all that. Y'all didn't believe me.
And despite Pedraza's slick footwork and tireless head movement, he simply couldn't miss.
Yeah, keep poking holes and hit.
As Tank's confidence rose, his hands lowered, and a show of bravado ensued.
I think he was trying to press me out, to see can I go into deep water. And, we showed him what sharks do. When I was hitting him, he was like, yeah, that's all you got? I said, damn, I'm in a rude way.
Pedraza matched any showboating with some bizarre kung fu style sounds that dismissed any incoming bombs whilst emphasizing his own. But the Baltimore native shots weren't just landing, they were hurting, and both men knew it.
When he was catching me in the 5th and 6th, I was letting him, baiting him in.
By 6 and 7, Tank was landing at will, and amongst a series of relentless body assaults and systematic headhunts came an iconic hands-down finish.
Pedraza went down for the first time in his career, and it was night over Gervonta Davis.
Gervonta Davis had arrived, winning his first world title in only his 17th professional fight, surpassing Mayweather, who won his first championship in his 18th bout.
But this Tank guy, he looked good. He made Pedraza look like an amateur. He could be a real star. He could be a real star.
Floyd's beaming grin lit up the Barclays Center, and that iconic post-fight quote highlighted a true passing of the torch moment.
So he can go out there and be the best, and that's what he did tonight. Is this the future of boxing? Absolutely.
From here, Gervonta traveled overseas with Floyd in tow to conquer Liam Walsh in his only fight on away soil.
Yeah, I ain't no Pedraza, I can assure you.
I don't think you can beat Pedraza, actually. But this is something totally different when you're facing this boy right here.
With a Lomachenko collision in the next couple of years looking inevitable.
One thing I want to say is that we're not ducking or dodging any opponent.
As we know, much to the fans' dismay, this one never materialized.
I can fight with him for free.
Instead, it was Pedraza the following December that would accept the Ukrainian's challenge.
Lomachenko starting to get busy. Waiting for the final bell. I give him credit. He didn't fold and quit on his stool like Rigondeaux did, like Sosa did, like Waters did.
Unable to find the answers, Pedraza was overwhelmed by the master technician. Lasting the course, however, his stock rose as he finally ended the Nomaschenko demolition streak.
Who do you feel overall is the better fighter between Lomachenko and Davis?
So I fought with Pedraza. I stopped him in the 7th round. Loma fought him. He went the distance with him.
Lomachenko. Definitely.
Today, the sniper opened his 2024 against another Davis, and where Keyshawn put on a career-best performance, showing his true potential.
I was trying to get him up out of there, but he's a veteran, so I'm like, okay, it's gonna come back.
He also exposed the Puerto Rican as being past his sell-by date.
This fight is over! Bloody, big, battered Pedraza!
Having floated around elite level but falling short against the sport's very best,
Pedraza beginning to tattoo and paint.
the curtains look to be closing on an impressive career.
Much to the delight of the crowd here in Alabama.
An Olympic and 2-division champ, and a man who led by example against the best of today's generation.